you finally reach phase 3, which is alignment.
And alignment is where the theory becomes reality. It is really all about how you move differently.
McKinney says this is where the focus reset really does its heavy lifting.
Yeah.
It's digging down to the root, pulling you out of those old loops and realigning you with your normal self, like who you were actually created to be.
Yes, it's the true identity.
But what does moving differently look like practically? I mean, how is alignment actually different from breakthrough?
Well, think of it this way. Breakthrough is the internal severing of the lie. Alignment is the external action. It is the behavioral proof of your new identity.
Give me an example of that.
Okay, let's say your old identity was a people pleaser, right? Built to survive a really volatile childhood. Your breakthrough was breaking the agreement that your worth comes from keeping others happy.
So you change the internal thought.
Yes, but alignment is what happens the very next day at work. When your boss asks you to take on a project you don't have time for, alignment is letting that really uncomfortable silence hang in the room and calmly saying, no, I don't have the capacity for that right now.
Ah, okay, so it's the actual physical follow-through.
Exactly.
Like deleting the toxic ex's number from your phone, even when your hands are physically shaking because you feel so lonely.
Yes.
Or it's transferring money to your savings account and literally not touching it, even when the old survival script tells you that having money is dangerous and you should, spend it before you lose it.
Exactly that. Alignment is the daily, moment-by-moment practice of creating new neural pathways. You are proving to your brain that the new identity is actually safe.
So you're building a new familiar.
You are. You are walking into the promised land. But more importantly, you are occupying the territory. And because you did the agonizing work in the wilderness, because you broke the internal agreements first, you won't subconsciously sabotage the good things anymore. You've built the internal architecture to actually sustain the promise.
Man, this whole framework takes so much of the shame out of feeling stuck.
It really does. It replaces shame with curiosity.
Yeah. If you're listening right now and feeling just totally exhausted by your own patterns, understand this. You aren't broken and you aren't weak. You're just running an old script.
A script that kept you alive, to be fair.
Right. So just to recap the journey we've been on today, we've been exploring Cosette McKinney's To the Phocus Reset.
And we discovered that those deeply frustrating loops in your life, the same bad relationships, the same financial walls, they're actually hidden survival patterns.
Yeah, forged by past trauma, creating a safety zone that your brain clings to because it prefers familiar misery over unpredictable joy.
And then we broke down the 3 steps to dismantle that system.
Right. Phase 1, identity, where we accept the uncomfortable wilderness period to shift our self-perception from victim to conqueror.
Then phase 2, breakthrough, where we actively cancel the agreements we've made with those lies and the word curses spoken over us.
And finally, phase 3, alignment, where we push through the physical discomfort to make different choices, finally acting in harmony with the life we actually want to sustain.
It is not about trying harder on the treadmill. It is about unplugging the machine entirely.
Precisely, because the survival tools of your past are the very things blocking your future.
They really are.
Well, as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a final lingering thought. McKinney pointed out that your survival pattern was originally built to give you a safety zone. It was a heavy coat meant to keep you alive.
But the storm is over.
Exactly. So as you look at the most frustrating, repetitive cycle in your life right now, ask yourself, what illusion of safety is this broken pattern currently providing you? And are you finally willing to feel a little bit unsafe in order to truly be free?
That is a phenomenal question to end on. Thank you for joining us as we unpacked this incredible material.
We'll see you next time.